This is a true Jinn story. When I was 9 years old, me and my sisters loved playing with the Ouija board. We used to play with the board every single day, joking around, asking goofy questions, not aware of the consequences. The answers we got from them were really weird, and we thought it was all fake, and that our older sister was just playing tricks on us. We couldn't be any more wrong, and later realized that it was all very real. Our parents didn't allow us to continue playing anymore. They started waking up to hearing creepy voices coming from the upper floor. Things around the house began to go missing, and when we went to inspect the upper floor, we saw footprints, open cupboards, and drawers. At this point, we realized that this is not just a fun game anymore and decided to stop. That was until my cousin came over to spend the holidays with us, and she was really excited to play Ouija. We felt bad saying no, so we decided to bring out the board one last time. We drew the board on a piece of paper and sat down and said 3 times, "Is there any spirit who would like to answer our questions?" And then finally the bottle cap moved and went towards yes. We asked if it was male or a female. The Jinni replied, female. We asked her age. The Jinni replied, 87. After a few more questions, we said goodbye to her, but the bottle cap did not move towards goodbye. Instead, it moved towards no. My sister flipped the bottle cap and tore the paper apart while we all sat there silently wondering what just happened. And that's when it all began. Someone used to wake me up from my sleep every single day and drag me down from my bed while I screamed for help. I told my parents that there was a woman with black hands and she was trying to take me away, but they didn't believe me. And that happened to me for almost a month and no one believed me. They thought I had nightmares, but the truth was, it was all real. My sisters also complained that they used to hear noises coming from my room, and they saw a tall black woman running across the hallway. But one day, when my sisters tucked me into bed with my favorite blanket and plushie, I fell asleep, and after some time, my sisters came back to check up on me, and they found that my blanket was folded and put back in the drawer, while my plushie was nicely placed back in the cupboard, and I was down sleeping on the cold floor. My sisters told my parents about this event, but again they refused to believe. Time went by, and in Ramadan, when I woke up for suhoor, I went to the bathroom and saw that on the walls was written with red in Arabic. It translated to "Leave this house, it is mine." I screamed and ran for my parents, and when they saw the writing, they couldn't believe what they had just seen. The next day, my mom called over some Raqis. They all recited Surah Baqarah and the Quran several times, and after a few hours, at 4 a.m., the house began to smell like rotten meat. It wrenched off a very bad odor that I can't even describe. When they decided to recite Surah Baqarah for the last time, they heard a loud bang, like a door was being shut. We checked the door and it was broken into half, like someone with incredible strength shut the door with such brute force that it snapped into half. Everyone was shocked, but we were kind of relieved that whatever was in the house just indicated that it left.